Okay, right, hello, I'm Stephen Patrick. I play Archie in the short film Archie.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Bailey and I play Gillian in the short film Archie.
We're going to answer a few questions that's been asked by, well, who's asked them? We've asked them, the public have asked them. Right?
Our fans.
Right, do you want to start off?
Right, okay, well, tell us about Archie then. How did Archie come about?
Alright, Archie is, first off, Archie was my granda, Archie McCallum. The whole thing came about basically with yourself. We tried to get a wee film together called Big Mistake.
Yeah.
It was based on a short story by a mate of mine called Alan Watson. And for one reason or another, we've actually shelved that at the moment.
Yeah.
We won't come back to it.
It will happen eventually.
It will happen eventually.
Yeah, other things get in the way.
Archie came about by basically looking for somebody to film Big Mistake. We went on the Scottish Filmmakers and Actors site.
Yeah.
And we got a hold of Scott Watson, who volunteered to come and help us do the film. We'd seen some of his stuff, we liked it, we were going to do Big Mistake, and then what actually happened was we decided to rewrite it.
Yeah.
So we shelved it. So you went on holiday.
That's right.
Scott came up and said to me, could we have a short idea for a short film to film in his mum's house while she was on holiday?
Yeah.
I don't think she knew about it.
No, I think we were going to sneak in.
We were going to sneak in, and then that never came off.
No.
Because you were on holiday.
Yeah.
Then you came back. Then we couldn't get Dawn.
That's right.
Because Dawn was doing something else, and then Scott's mum came back for holiday.
So we didn't have the location.
Then we were going to get your mum and dad's house.
Yeah, but we had a bit of a falling out, so...
That fell through. So yeah, Archie came about being filmed in my house. The short story was a short ghost story, which was done in 2 very short drafts, which was sent between Scott, myself and Liz, and everybody liked it, and we decided just to run with it, and it was done about 3 weeks ago on a Sunday, on a windy shoot. I'll put the next question to you.
Okay.
Who or what is Scott Watson?
Right, well, Scott Watson is a cameraman, an editor. He's a filmmaking genius.
Genius of it. A genius.
Yeah.
But he's an enigma. Nobody knows what he looks like. You know.
I know. Well, we do.
No, well, that was a mask. You had to identify himself. He was a bit of an enigma.
Yeah.
But without him, we couldn't have done...
Now, he has been fantastic. He has got the film ready in such a short time. Some films take quite a while to edit. Some short films never get finished and you never see them, and this has been fantastic. Scott's got it all done.
Can only assume that anybody that's watching this has actually seen the film.
Hopefully,
so if you've seen the film, you'll see what we're talking about with the effects and the look of it, the day for night, the whole thing. He was responsible for all that and all the edits. It roughly came together with myself and Scott speaking about it, talking about the ideas, running it back and forth with Liz as well. Then we spoke about casting, so we immediately thought about Dawn because she was up in the frame for the other one.
Paul was my idea.
Paul,
because they
it was
said,
my idea as well.
No, it was my idea because you said we need someone to play your husband, and I said I want somebody hot.
Somebody hot.
So Paul Massey became
my husband. Could have been me because I'm cold now. So Paul was in a few films with us.
Yeah, we've worked together a couple of times. We played a couple once before, but it was like we weren't married in that one. Right. We did get to hold hands. This one we got to kiss a little bit. So maybe next time we work together there'll be a bit more.
He nodded to me in the last film. I was a policeman at the door with no lines whatsoever, and a hat that didn't fit me, and Paul walked by and he nodded. So as soon as he nodded, I thought, that guy's got potential. So we got on. So that's why that came about. But no, Scott Watson has basically pulled the whole thing together. We basically pushed him into it.
I think he was kind of thrown in at the deep end. I don't know if he was necessarily expecting it all.
It was a pretty chaotic shoot, but it came together very well. It didn't overrun too much. So
and everybody it became a team effort. We all kind of pitched in. It was not, everyone did everything, and that was how it went so smoothly, because we all got involved and we all took part.
Hopefully there's some funny outtakes. So there's a lot of swearing. I know that much.
Well, yeah. There was a few giggly moments as well.
Well, we've already answered the next question.
Oh, have we?
What about the cast? Who? Why?
Well,
we grew up with them again. I think we might.
Yeah, well, we know why we went for Paul. He was my choice.
Why Dawn?
Why Dawn? I think because, well, we knew that we'd met Dawn at an audition. Well, I'd met her before. Steve had met her at an audition, and
I'm getting a red face because I
he completely forgot who she was. He then worked with her a few months later in a musical.
I introduced myself and told her that I'd done an audition with you and somebody else. I hope I didn't. Sorry, Dawn. I'm old, that's all I can say. I'm genuinely.
We had a conversation with her for about 20 minutes, and Stephen completely forgot who
I probably thought I wouldn't meet her again, and I was so embarrassed because it was another. I played bass in the production of Rent, and Dawn was in it, and one of the other cast members pointed out that we had met before, and I said, where have we met before? Yeah, you auditioned with her. And that's another reason why the film came about, because we threes get knocked back for the auditions. So thanks, Bernd, wherever you are, you did a good choice by not picking us, you know. I hope Mother God is good, you know. But we never got it, and we came together and we thought we had a good time auditioning, getting it together for the audition. And that was one of the reasons why we decided to make a film, not this film, another film. So that was it, and that was why Dawn came in, and you've already explained about Paul. Favourite bit?
My favourite bit, I just love the end sequence with the camera moving around and the ghostliness and the music coming in. And
Scott's doing.
Yeah, and on the day I wasn't sure exactly what he was trying to do, and I was wondering what it was going to look like.
There was various shots, so he'd explained to me a week before, but if you meet Scott, or if you've ever met him, you'll know that he's just geek speak. And I was on Skype for 3 years. We both of us were drunk, so we didn't understand, and we had a big argument, but he came in all these technical terms like cameras and booms and things like that.
He doesn't know what that is.
So I'm responsible for the sound quality, you know, sorry.
Yeah.
But no, he was the one who designed the end shot. He specifically said when we were going to do it that this must be done in the round, and he explained it to us, and he ran it by everybody, and I think we sort of got it. But it's just the big piece at the end of the film. And then Scott, again, he picked all the music. He run by a couple of choices to myself, and I didn't have any qualms about what he'd used. The first two pieces, the music was kind of all interlinked. There's actually 3 separate pieces of music. The 2 pieces are what's called library music, whereas we pick them off a menu on the net, listen to them. They're used in other productions. You buy the license and you use them, and that's what we use, which fitted in with the action. And again, if you watch the film, you'll see how the suspense builds on it. We needed an end piece of music, and again, the film that myself and Liz had been going to be doing before this, with a friend of mine, a guy called Alan Watson, who works with Phil Rickman, the author, and he had a piece of music from, it's a fictitious band, Philosopher's Stone, an album that they had done, and the end piece itself was beautiful, and I had picked it for the last film, which didn't get done. So it was suggested, and this was before, and actually totally really before I'd been sort of decided for definite on the music that Scott was going to use, and I run it by Scott. Luckily enough, it worked. So
I think it's a great choice of music for the end sequence. I think it works very well.
Cheryl Reid on the vocals. She was a common old lass. Used to play in an ABBA tribute band, so there you go. It's all coming together. Wee bit ABBA, wee bit artsy. No, the music. Myself. Favourite piece, it's hard to say. I think the stuff in the bedroom, the build up to it was pretty good. Coming down the stairs, and then the kind of, it's almost an anticlimax when you open the door and Archie's sitting there. But in it, the pace changes then, and then it kind of wraps up a bit when he goes into the. We debunked some of the myths as well. He's actually fixing a radio. It's an old bush radio.
Some people have thought it was a toaster.
Some people thought it was a toaster. It kind of looks a bit like a toaster.
I don't know why anyone would have thought it was a kettle.
Well, I know why.
Somebody did think it was a kettle.
We won't mention any names, Craig. But the reason why Craig thought it was a kettle was because he's seen the original script.
Oh, did
he? He must have done, because the
original
original
I never showed him it.
Well, it doesn't look like a kettle to me.
It doesn't look like a kettle to me.
The original script actually has the old boy fixing a kettle, but I was too lazy to get a kettle. And
you had the radio, and it's the old style radio. So.
I could be clever and say we didn't want reflections bouncing off the kettle, but we'll not go down that road.
No, let's be honest.
Let's be honest. It was just whatever came to hand. What else? Archie is a former tenant of the house. In case you haven't realised, he's probably stuck in 1958.
Yeah.
Same way as I'm stuck in 1975. He's stuck in 1958. Hence the tram references and his wife and all that stuff. And it's warm in here. That was him indicating the heating had been left on all night.
So Archie's obviously been haunting this house all along, but they've never seen him because they're only just dead.
Then he died up to him, you know.
So that's how they can now finally meet Archie, is they're all in the afterlife together or something.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. We tried to be clever about it, but as I say, without putting any clues beforehand, when the candles blow out, that's their life being snuffed out.
Yeah.
Just like that.
So that's quite good. So it's quite a nice wee effect.
Basically, hopes for the film. Did it achieve anything?
Well, so far, everyone seems to like it. We've had a lot of positive feedback. We've had honest feedback as well.
Yeah.
People have told us things that they thought we did wrong, but generally people are liking it, so I'm happy about that.
It went on Tuesday there. This is Friday lunchtime. It went on Tuesday night, 5 o'clock, myself and Scott put it live on the net, and literally within about 10 minutes, there was feedback coming in, and the YouTube counter started to go up. We linked it to a couple other sites, and my friends and family and everybody said to look at it, and you know, up to now, and this is about 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon, there's about 600 hits on YouTube, you know. So before long Scott will be a millionaire because it's actually on his YouTube account, you know. Never thought of that one.
No, I know. I never expected it to do so well so quickly, so
hopefully by Sunday there'll be 700.
Yeah. And they'll just keep building and building.
It's going to be shown in Newcastle.
Yes, with the premiere of Dense Fear Bloodline, which is a horror film, so that's exciting. Film. Yeah.
We'll hope to get it shown in the Cafe Flicker in Glasgow.
Yeah,
need to speak to them about it. There's been a wee bit of press interest. We just put it out in the world, see how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything else you want to know, just ask.